Hey everybody, welcome back to another diecast. Sorry. Welcome back to the Las Vegas race review. Should be going up, fingers crossed, the night of Las Vegas. Late, so you're probably seeing this Monday morning. Anyway, so Las Vegas, yeah, as you can see in front of me, this car's out. Wonder why. We'll get into that. But let's start with stage one. So stage one, Denny Hamlin is out front. Let me think here. It was Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott that were kind of out front in stage one. Elliott led to the competition yellow, kind of checked out on it. Then the competition yellow came out. They all pitted. Elliott lost 4 spots on pit road. Hamlin came out the leader. The rest is history. Hamlin went on to win stage one. Elliott second. Elliott I think ended up 4th. I don't even think he got back up to the lead. Yeah, he ended up 4th. Let me think. Second and third. I don't even remember who was in second and third for stage one. I want to say it was Bowman in there? It might have been Bowman. I can't remember. Bowman and I don't remember who was else in there. Anyway, but yeah, so that was stage one. Stage two gets rolling around. They have a whole green flag section of pit stops. Elliott ends up getting out in front of Denny Hamlin on some contact from Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. Joey Logano cuts a tire. He goes into pit road, loses a lap, and that puts him far behind. Kyle Busch has damage. It kind of hurts him. He still ends up okay for the stage, but I don't know if we got any stage points. Elliott wins the stage after a run of pit stops and stuff, so not a lot of action. Then stage 3 comes rolling around. So stage 3's rolling. They're going. They get to the 50-lap mark, and some guys are pitting. They're getting the pit strategy rolling, and Jimmy blows a tire and throws debris on the track. And so caution comes out, and you guessed it, Kurt Busch and Matt DiBenedetto end up as the 2 leaders. Everyone else is trapped a lap down. So Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, all those guys are starting in the back, 15th on back. So we get our first restart. They go for about 15 laps, and then Christopher Bell. The first time it's John Hunter Nemechek that goes around. So they get a few laps in. John Hunter Nemechek goes around. Then a bunch come to pit road. Again, basically, Bowman and Blaney were running kind of the only 2 getting closer to the front. Elliott was getting kind of close, but not really. Then we have that caution. That allows everybody else to come back in from behind 10th, which was the Hamlins, Truex, all them kind of guys. They came in and got tires. Next restart, Busch once again gets out in front of DiBenedetto. He goes into second, and Bowman gets up to third. Hamlin gets up there to about 5th. And then another caution comes out for William Byron making contact with somebody. I think it was Christopher Bell and had an issue on the straightaway. And then we go into the overtime, and as a Chase Elliott fan, that pains me because he went from running 9th to 22nd. On the restart, Busch cleared. I mean, he had a good jump, caught him all sleeping again, and he got cleared and got down in front of DiBenedetto. So it was him, DiBenedetto, Bowman, and Hamlin were the 4 that were kind of racing for the win. As I said, it pained me because I watched Elliott went high, Newman went up to block him and stuffed him up there, and lane 4, and he was back to 20th by the end of the first set of corners because he got shoved so high up on the track. So I get it. You're racing for a position, and the guy went high, so you block him. But I get it. I don't think Newman really did anything wrong. I hate this aero package and everything. I mean, look at that. Somebody kind of blocks you high, and it literally will cost you 20 spots, or I guess 15. But I don't like that. It takes so long to get up to speed. You just lose spots for 2-3 laps. So anyway, but he ended up 22nd. So his cushion on the cutoff was 30-some points, and it went down to 10, so that was disappointing. But Kurt Busch was able to kind of run away with it because DiBenedetto was battling with Bowman, and then Hamlin coming down to the line, and DiBenedetto ended up getting second. So I was hoping DiBenedetto could get the win, but I'm not disappointed at all. Kurt getting the win in his home state. I wish the fans could have been there. I think he would have loved that, but awesome for Kurt to get that win. I'm not at all disappointed there. So Kurt gets the win. They had I don't know how I would put this. So they have the debris caution, which is fair. I mean, he did have it on the bottom of the straightaway. Cars coming out of pit road could have hit that. So the caution needed to happen. It was more of I just wish it would have happened maybe more after the cycle went through, because it really did change the entire outcome of the race. But this all goes back to the fact that I still hate this playoff system, and I always will. You can hate the package, you can hate all these things, but at the end of the day, number one thing is this playoff system. I mean, look at what happened on that set of playoffs. Just bad luck, strategy, part of racing. Oh, hi, bud. I got the orange cat today. Hi, bud. Just sit with me. But usually, when that happens once out of 36 races or twice out of 36 races, you have a chance to overcome it. When it's once out of 3 races and the other 2 are Talladega and the Roval, I'm not quite as convinced that it's a good thing. So, I'm not. We all know I'm not a fan of the playoffs. I think they're ridiculously gimmicky, and today just kind of proved it. I mean, Kurt Busch caught strategy wins. He's in the next round. Good for Kurt, but at the same time, it's kind of ridiculous that a race comes down to strategy and he got the win. That's a good thing. But instead, because of the playoffs, that win guarantees a round of 8 thing. I mean, to me, it's kind of ridiculous that we have a system that rewards you in three race increments. So, again, I'm just it's a little frustrating. Obviously, Elliott's losing points is frustrating, but at the end of the day, I still can't stand this playoff system, and I can't stand this aero package. I get it; it's entertaining. They're racing close together. I hear you, but at the same time, I can't watch the Xfinity series and not think that could just copy paste right to the Cup series. Look, sometimes guys. Cat knocking things over. Sometimes guys are going to get out ahead, and they're going to win by 5-10 seconds. You know what? Sometimes you guys are going to dominate. Deal with it. That's part of racing. Sometimes you're going to have close beat and banging finishes. The Xfinity Series has showed us that. Both Darlington races were incredible. It happens, but to me, it's so gimmicky when you have guys not lifting for 30 laps at Las Vegas. They don't lift for 30 laps. You can't tell me that driver skill makes that big of a difference when you're not lifting for 30 laps. So, just in my own opinion, the Xfinity car, copy-paste that thing in the Cup Series. It actually was the former Cup car, just so you know. It was the Car of Tomorrow base. So, I've always loved that car. The air matters a little bit, but it is not the most important thing. And I think we can see with the Xfinity Series, it works really well. So, we'd love to... I'd love to say that NASCAR's onto something and they're going to do something right, but honestly, the more I see of this car and the more they talk about more downforce, less horsepower, more downforce, less horsepower, the less interested I'm becoming. I think SRX is going to be great. Again, I'm still a NASCAR fan and everything, but it's getting more and more frustrating to watch a restart where your pusher almost determines how you do because there's not enough horsepower in the car to drive it. I think that's ridiculous. The fact that you talk about who's going to get the push down the backstretch. Why do you need a push? Isn't this racing? Shouldn't the cars have enough that you don't need to rely on someone else to go win a race because you have a better car? Daytona, Talladega, we get that. That's okay. We didn't mind that. But having all the mile and a half for the first 3 laps require pushing help, I'm not a fan. So, a little bit of a rant to end this video, but I just think it's important to state my displeasure with this aero package and how gimmicky it feels. Look, you can only go so many gimmicks in before you just start giving up and looking for something else. The competition side of NASCAR, they don't seem to care about the competition. It's kind of we're an entertainment sport first, and if we're not legitimate competition, who cares as long as people are entertained, right? It's kind of WWE-esque. So again, I'm not gonna rip on it too much. Again, glad Kurt Busch got the win and all. I am after this race in Texas and Kentucky, all of them being these wild restarts where somebody needed a push to get to the lead. I'm just not a fan. I think when you have all these races with the results getting shuffled at the end, and then you're gonna throw playoffs into the mix, not just points. Look, it's just not my thing. So. Anyway, that'll wrap up the review. Let me know your thoughts on the Las Vegas race. It was kind of a wild one. Got pretty crazy. So we'll talk about it in the comments below. Make sure you turn on the notification bell. Make sure you check out. We did a Q&A, pretty small, only about an hour Q&A before the race. But I got bored and figured I'd try setting up a stream. So check that one out if you're. I think I played some Fall Guys. So if you're interested in that game, check that out. But this has been Race Craze. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next diecast review.